the other day I showed a conservative content creator on one of my videos who was complaining about the fact that she's a huge Minnesota Vikings fan, but the Minnesota Vikings are going woke by hiring 2 male cheerleaders, and how she's all about protecting women's spaces and women's sports and women's events and women's organizations. And goddamn it, this is something that women have owned for years and years and years, and now men are trying to get involved. I spotlighted the fact that originally cheerleaders in this country were men. And they were men for decades, all the way up to World War II, when women started getting involved in cheerleading. And that we still have male cheerleaders in a number of different sports across the board. We have male cheerleaders in college. We have male cheerleaders in high school. We have male cheerleaders. There are 25 NFL teams that have male cheerleaders. 25 of the 32 teams have male cheerleaders. But somebody told her to be pissed off about the Minnesota Vikings having male cheerleaders because it recently made the news, and now we're off and running with our bigotry. This person points out, let me just pause real quick, if I could, please. Not to mention the fact that aren't these fucking MAGA cultists supposed to be boycotting the NFL? Trump told them to boycott the NFL. Trump made Pence walk out of an Indianapolis Colts game. All of you guys have been talking about boycotting the NFL because they take a knee, or because they allow certain writing in the end zone or on shoes or on helmets that's too woke for you guys. Now all of a sudden you guys are going to get your fucking balls in an uproar over male cheerleaders for a sport that you guys are allegedly not even watching? Anyway, this person comes in and points out, and this is our friend, Two Angry Lesbians, but this person comes in and points out, I wonder if she can name 10 WNBA players. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Because these self-righteous, right-wing, cultist fucksticks that claim to be all about supporting women don't actually support women. They're just anti-gay, anti-this, anti-that, anti-DEI, anti-inclusive, anti-diverse, anti-whatever makes them feel creepy. They don't give a fuck about women's spaces, not even that woman. And there's a bit that Bill Burr did that rings true, right? And it's going to piss some people off, but it rings true. Before the onset of all of these new WNBA stars, right? Before the Caitlin Clarks and all of them that came on and made the WNBA something that has taken off in recent years, the WNBA was a dying breed, right? They were playing 30,000 seat stadiums and they were selling 2,000 fucking tickets. Why? If women make up 51% of the population, you would think that they would be out there supporting other women. The WNBA was a dying breed because they weren't drawing anybody, which means that women weren't supporting women. That attitude has changed when it comes to the WNBA, and that's fantastic, because the WNBA is a fantastic league. It's an entertaining league, and it should not die off. It should get the kind of crowds and attention that it's currently getting. But it didn't for a long time, because these very women that claim to be all about protecting women's spaces never supported the women. And you can make an argument that the women on the left didn't support the women either. Hence the reason why they were only drawing a couple of thousand people. But these cultists never went to these fucking WNBA games. They don't go to women's soccer games. They don't go to women's softball games. They don't support these spaces that they claim to support. They just need something to hate. And for that woman, this week, it's male cheerleaders for the Minnesota Vikings. But guess what's going to happen? That hypocritical bucket of shit, bitching and moaning about male cheerleaders for the Minnesota Vikings, is going to watch every fucking Vikings game this year. Go figure.